Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us on today's webinar. Your host today is Nivea Lystrom from Urban Pro team. Today we are presenting an interactive live webinar. The title of today's session is Learn About Question in English Grammar from our speaker Lalita Manjunath. Welcome to Urban Pro's live webinar, ma'am. We are thrilled to have you here today.
Thank you, Nevia. Hello, everybody. I'm Lalita Manjunath. I am a spoken English trainer from Urban Pro. I'm very happy to be here with all of you today. I love my work and it gives me great pleasure to share this with all of you. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. So before your presentation starts, I would like to address all our attendees that in case if you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the Q&A box in your Zoom control panel. We are keeping the Q&A session at the end because we do not want to intervene our speaker while giving her presentation. But don't worry about your questions. I will bring them up after the presentation as we will have time for questions at the end. So without any further ado, we will turn the time over to our speaker. Our speaker today is an experienced spoken English trainer from Bangalore, Lalita Manjunath. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nevia. So welcome once again. Now, as Nevia already told you, the topic for today is questions. So what are we going to do in today's session? So these are some of the things we are going to take a look at in today's session. We're going to look at why questions are important, the kinds of questions, and under the kinds of questions, we are going to look at yes, no, WH, subject, question tags, and indirect questions. Apart from this, we are also going to look at common mistakes that people make when they frame questions. So whenever you see a red star, that indicates that's a common error that we hear people making often. So just check if you are making this mistake. If so, you can correct it. Okay. So you may ask, why do I need to learn this? Do I really need to know how to frame questions? Is it not enough to know how to answer questions? So yes, most people think that it's important to learn how to answer questions, whether it is at interviews, meetings, or social situations. But remember, conversation or communication, it's not a one-way street. It is extremely important that you learn how to ask questions as well as to answer them if you want to effectively participate in meetings or even in interviews or any other situation for which you wish to use English. One more thing is, if you want specific information, you have to ask the right questions. Only if you can ask the right questions, you will get the desired answers. So it's important to learn how to ask questions, right? Okay. So let's start with this sentence. Raj visited a new Chinese restaurant yesterday. Okay. Let's see the different questions that we can frame based on this sentence. Shall we start? Okay. Who visited a new Chinese restaurant yesterday? Raj visited a new restaurant yesterday, didn't he? What did he order? Did he like the food? Can you tell me where Raj went yesterday? I wonder where Raj went yesterday. So many questions we can frame just based on this sentence. In fact, the last one doesn't even look like a question. But since I expect an answer, I would call this also a question. So all these are the different question types that we are going to look at today. Subject questions, question tags, WH questions, yes, no questions, indirect questions. All these are some of the things that we are going to look at today. Among these, we will be giving more importance to WH questions and yes, no questions. And we will take a brief look at the others too. Okay, so let's start with the question types, as I already summarized, are yes, no questions. Do you like coffee? Why do you like coffee? That's a WH question. Subject questions. Who likes coffee? Can you tell me if the coffee is good? That's an indirect question. And you like coffee, don't you? That is a question tag. So now let's look at what these different question types are, how to make these questions. So first, we are starting with yes, no questions. What do I mean by yes, no question? As the name indicates, they are questions which you have to answer with a yes or a no, right? They need a yes or a no in the answer. Okay. Do you want to speak English more fluently? This is my question. And since if you are watching this presentation, obviously the answer is yes, right? But is that enough? Actually, we should use a short and or a long answer along with this yes or no. A common error that people make is they just answer with a yes or a no. So that actually stops the conversation short. Okay, it prevents the conversation from developing further. So it's a good idea, and I think it's important to answer a yes no question with a short or a long answer after you answer the yes or no part of it. Now, what do you mean by the short answer? Let's look at a few yes no questions. Let's look at this question. Do you like your new teacher? What is the short answer to this? Yes, I do. Or you can answer in the negative. No, I don't. A common error that people make when they answer such questions is, yes, I like. No, I don't like. So this is wrong. When you make a short answer for a yes, no question, you should not use this word, the verb, this verb which is here. This is the main verb. You should use the word with which the question starts, the helping verb. Okay, so yes, I do. No, I don't. You should not say yes, I like or no, I don't like. If you have understood this, can we try the next one? Can you help me? How will you answer this? Yes, I can or no, I can't. Did you visit your aunt yesterday? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. And so on and so forth. So this is how we make this is how we answer a yes, no question. Fine? Okay. So these are some short answers to yes, no questions. What do you mean by a long answer? Well, a long answer also starts with a yes or a no, but it has more details. For example, do you like your new teacher? Yes, I like her very much. Or no, I don't like her at all. She's very strict. You just add more details. So you have understood now how to answer yes, no questions with short answers and long answers. Now, as our topic is about making questions, let's see how to make yes, no questions. So let's try to understand the parts of a question. Look at this question on the screen here. Is Bangalore a big city? In this question, Bangalore is the subject. Okay. Now the word is the verb, and it is a form of the verb be. Okay. There are other forms of the verb be. They are is and am for present tense, is, am, and are for present tense, was and were for past tense, etc. Okay. So is a form of the verb be. In this question, this is the only verb. This is the subject and this is the verb. Okay. Fine. Now let's look at the other sentences. Do you like coffee? Which is the verb in this sentence? Like. That is the action here. Like. So that is my main verb. Is Raj studying economics? Which is the verb here? The main verb is studying. So these are the main verbs which show the action going on in the sentence. Now, are they the only verbs in these sentences? No. In these questions? No. These questions have two additional verbs, do and is. These are called auxiliary verbs, or we can also call them helping verbs, right? So you have questions where you have only one verb, which can be the verb be, or you have questions which have a main verb and a helping verb, right? So some questions have only one verb, some questions have a helping verb along with the main verb. So when we take a look at yes, no questions, we need to look at questions which have only the verb be, and also we need to look at questions which have other verbs. Okay, so let's look at yes, no questions with the verb be. Let's look at the statements first. Raj is a doctor. Which is the verb here? Is. Okay, very good. Which is the subject? Raj. This is the only verb in this sentence. So how do I make a question? I have to first put the verb here. So it is. And what is the subject? Raj. So is Raj a doctor? So I have to change the position of the verb and the subject when I make a yes/no question. Can we try the other sentences? Can we make statements? Can we make them into questions? How will you make this into a question? Yes. Are they happy? So I have changed the position of the verb and the subject. Okay. She was absent yesterday. How do you make this a question? Was she absent yesterday? So that wasn't so difficult, was it? We make yes/no questions by putting the verb be in front of the subject. Whereas in a statement, it comes after the subject. Okay. So this you need to remember. So you can see that it is very easy to make yes/no questions with the verb be. They start with the verb be. So we usually use this verb be when we want to describe things, places, or people. So again, I'm repeating, the verb be has different forms: is, am, are, was, were, etc. One common error that people may commit when they make these questions are, they say, is this laptop is new? You may have heard people make this mistake. So there should not be this extra is here. As you can see, the structure is verb plus subject plus other verbs. You will not have a verb again after the subject here. So the question should be, what should it be? Is this laptop new? That's all, okay? The is should come at the beginning of the sentence. So this is a common error that people make. Now let's look at yes/no questions with other verbs, okay? So let's look at these statements. They work hard. Which is the verb in this sentence? Work, yes. How do you make a question for this statement? You don't say work they hard. No, you say do they work hard? So this is the main verb. What is the word do? Yes. As we saw, this is the auxiliary or helping verb. Okay, good. Let's try the next one. He reads a lot. Which is the verb here? Reads. How do you make a question for this? Does he read a lot? Okay. Now look at both these sentences. Which tense are these sentences in? They are in the simple present tense, right? So why do I use does here and do here? Because here the subject in the second sentence is he. So when I have he, she, or it, that is third person singular subjects, then I put does. For I, you, we, or they, when they come as the subjects, I use do. Okay. So based on the subject, the helping verb changes for simple present tense when I make a question. Fine. Now let's look at the next sentence. What tense is this in? What is the verb here? Worked. What is the tense of this verb? Past tense. So what should be the helping verb that I need here? Did. And did is used for all subjects in the past tense. So did they work hard? Did he work hard? Did she work hard? Did you work hard? So whatever be the subject, I will use did as the helping verb. Okay. Now, one common mistake that people make when they make these questions are, they add an ed here. They say, did they worked? Did they came? Did they saw? You may have heard people making this mistake. So that is not right. You should not do that, because the past tense in this question is taken care of by the verb did. Okay. So you should just use the simplest form of the verb here. You should not put worked here. Similarly, there is no S here in the question, whereas there is a yes in the statement. Why? Because this S is present here. I put it in the does. So I should remove the S when I make the question, when I use the verb here. Okay. So that is why we don't say reads or worked when we make a question, because the do, does, did, etc. takes care of that part of the verb. Okay. Now let's try the last one. Sue has a new laptop. What tense is this? Present tense. And Sue is she, singular, third person. So does Sue have a new laptop? Fine. So this is how we make yes, no questions using other verbs other than the verb be. So as you can see, for when you make yes, no questions with only the verb be, I just need to change the position of the verb. When I have to make questions with other verbs, I need to add some auxiliary or helping verbs. Helping verbs is another name for auxiliary verbs. Okay. So this is what we did so far. These are some more examples for yes, no questions with other verbs. I have also added some other tenses here. Try to identify these tenses. Okay, what are these tenses? This is present continuous, this is future, and this is using the modal verb can. So there are different question types that you can, different question structures that you can frame using this basic structure. Okay. So now, after you have understood how to do something, what do you need to do to become perfect at it? Yes, we need to practice. So we need to practice how to make yes, no questions. So shall we start? Look at these sentences. Veena is my cousin. Which is the verb in this sentence? It is, right? That's the only verb in this sentence. So I put the verb is. What is the subject in this sentence? Veena. Okay. Is Veena your cousin? Okay. Let's try to make the question for the second statement. She's 25 years old. Which is the verb here? Is. Okay. What is the subject? She. 25 years old. Is she 25 years old? Okay. She was a student last year. Which is the verb in this? Was. What is the tense? Past tense. Okay. So was. What is the subject? She. And then the remaining words. A student last year. So you can see that the position of the verb and subject are interchanged. This is what we studied just before this slide. Okay. Now let's practice making yes, no questions for sentences with other verbs. She lives in London. Which is the verb here? Lives. What is the tense of this verb? Present tense, right? So the main verb is live and the subject is she. I have to add an auxiliary verb here. Now this is she. I told you for he, she and it you have to add does. This is the helping verb. Does she live in London? Now because you have S here, I don't need to put this S in this main verb. Got it? Okay. She teaches music. This is also a simple present tense statement. So I have to add the same auxiliary verb. Does. Subject, she. Main verb, teach, not teaches because S is here. Does she teach music? Okay. Now let's look at the next statement. She studied music in Germany. What is the tense of this statement? Past tense. So what should be the auxiliary verb? Did. Yes, did. Subject, she. Main verb, study or studied? Study. Why? Because the D is here. Did she study music in Germany? So this is how we make yes, no questions for statements with the verb be and ones with other verbs. I hope that was clear. So let's go on to WH questions now.